In this video I would like to show you the making of a business model for a small entity in the marketing arena. So we have pre-selected occupations versus expense, 16 occupation going along with those codes and 51 names artificially made. This is the file here, and when taking this file and use the ARBM operator, which is the decomposition operator, and take this together with the detailed work activity database with almost 90,000 entries. When taking this and ARBM operator, we cut right into the database and we get exactly this, 51 expense, 16 occupation and all the rest. So we take that as a driver. Then marry it with the resource and decompose the resource file with the driver table using an operator ARBM. Which means nothing from the left side is seen here. So here we have now 3,119 entries. And again, you see 49 DWAs, which means those become the activities, and 16 occupations. It's just a side information. The essential pieces were made when occupation was selected. Those tables automatically have been generated and we are using those and assign the resource cost table getting the workplace cost. So you see here 51 expense, 16 occupation, and takes us into the next step, the activity costs. Here we have now the 49 activity, 3 flow and 51 expense, and we get 6.05M. Now we also take the customer versus product sales table and we combine it via ARBM operator. Let's have a look at the flow. We take a Pareto of flow and that looks like this for customer, product and sustainability. And from here that goes into the details. So that's not too bad. Alright, so we have this view all together and combine it now with customer and product using the ARBM operator, and the beauty is, we are just left with customer and product as a dimension. Now we have cost. Revenue we made out of those 6.05 MRL 6.6M was a profit of nearly 600,000. When we plug this all into the data DB maker, then we get automatically 7 data, and when we look at those data you see how it looks like, and we can already make a whale curve from here. And let's take profit, so we have profit to come and profit on the left axis. That way you can nicely see how things are developing or not. See here, from here on we lose and we kill nicely the profitability from here down to the result. But don't think this is the potential. Also there are culprits you can work on. We do have a process called potentializer. It's using a monopoly and the gap analysis, an internal benchmarking. The two-step profit increase function calculates the best new case. The result, 7 million, and the continuous growth of profitability and a continuum of independence of the customers like we have it over here, and that's the best part. Round 20 to 30% of this should be achievable. Provided you work and move the needle to get from here to there. That can take a few months or more. Anyway, our software allows also the simulation, and let me show you this when we plug in some variables. Facility, other fixed costs, SWB. Now it's doing all the calculation as a variable, takes a bit to calculate. So now let's have a look at this data DB with variables. You see the total result, and then we make a whale curve from this. Let's lower SWB, other fixed cost, but higher it costs. Now we have 1.09M, slightly better, and that's the way you can deal with this. We just used input data, but you can make driver becoming a variable too.